Andrew Brown once said that the internet is so big, so powerful and pointless that for some people it is a complete substitute for life. Now, there is not a better quote for this book, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, because it sets the stage for what has and is happening to people all over the world. Hi, I'm Calvin, and this is the Vossen Review. Ready Player One takes place in a world much like ours today, but in the year 2044. The overuse of natural resources has polluted the world to where there's a visible smog wherever you go, and the shortage has led to countries fighting over these resources. The world's economy has plummeted, and homeless people crowd the sidewalks, and the poor live in places called stacks, which are RV stacked on top of each other. With all this downfall, there's one thing that people use to find happiness in this rundown world, and it's called the Oasis. The Oasis is a virtual reality, open world free game for anybody to play, and it's our most integral setting out of the entire book. You use haptic gloves and a visor to interact with the Oasis. To escape their horrible lives, people log into the Oasis on their character that may not even be human and look like them. They can even make it the opposite gender if they want to. And people go on the Oasis to hide away from the real world problems and escape the broken world that they live in. The man who created the Oasis is named James Anorak Holiday, a video game loving, antisocial genius who locked himself in his home for most of his adult life. He built the Oasis with his best friend but later frenemy Ogden Og Morrow, who after Holiday's death controls the Oasis and its chaos. Holiday dies of old age at age 60, and his death triggers an event in the game that the characters call the Hunt. The players would need to find 3 keys and the gates to each key and continue from there on. The reward is Holiday's fortune, Anorak's player power, which is Holiday's player inside the Oasis, and the total control of the Oasis. And this is what sparked our main characters in their journey. Wade is a 17-year-old boy who lives in a stack with his aunt and her boyfriend after Wade's parents died, and he is introduced during the very end of our exposition of our story. He goes to his hideout in an abandoned van and a pile of worn-down cars to escape his poor lifestyle to play the Oasis. Wade is also called a gunter. A gunter is a player in the Oasis who's devoted to Holiday's Easter egg, and who also knows everything about Holiday, what he played, and what movies he watched. And this knowledge is critical to helping gunters complete the hunt. The main reason he has the Oasis is because of school, but on his downtime, he uses the Oasis to find anything he can on the Easter egg hunt. While he is in the Oasis, he is known as Parzival, who is a low-level noob, but his main use for the Oasis is school, so he uses the name Wade 3 while he's in school. Out of school, he hangs out with a high-level player named H, who Wade met in the Oasis. H is also Wade's closest friend in the real world and in the Oasis, since Wade doesn't have any friends in the real world. As Wade races against all the other players in the Oasis to beat Holiday's Easter egg, there's a company who wants the reward for winning, the hunt to change the Oasis for themselves. They are called Innovative Online Industries, or IOI for short. The leader is the main antagonist in our story, who is named Nathan Sorrento, and his minions, the Sixers. This evil man will do whatever it takes to get in anyone's way to get the Easter egg complete. Sorrento and Parzival will grow to really hate each other while they both look for the keys and gates, and Wade will find new friends along his journey to help him and try and beat Sorrento. As you go on in the story, the climax does not occur to the very end of the story, right before the resolution calms everything down and brings your anxiety level to normal. The best thing about this book is all the 80s references in the very last 5 pages of the book. As my parents did, as they should have, They raised me in 80s music and movies, so I got most of the references. The last 5 pages makes you realize that what is happening in this book is happening on this earth today, and it makes you realize what you can do to make a difference so this doesn't happen to us. Now, if you liked Ender's Game, I would recommend this book to you because, it's another story of a hero with some friends or some acquaintances he gathers together and makes a difference in the universe they live in that has already went to crap. I think another reason I really like this book is because 90% of the book took place in a virtual reality video game. Growing up, I mostly played video games all my life. It's what got me through middle school, and it's practically what's helping me get through high school sane and not insane. And just having this be a book about video games helped me really connect to the whole story.